Deep in the woods, there was an abandoned house. No one remembered when or how it had ended up there. The old house, with its frayed shutters and thorny garden, was the setting for many a spooky story. The villagers shunned it, considering it cursed. One rainy afternoon, Sam, a curious boy with an unreliable curiosity, decided to explore the mysterious house. Wearing his empty and worn hat, he entered and immediately noticed a weathered painting above the fireplace. On its side hung an unfamiliar photograph, which drew him into a dark story. The photograph depicted a family wearing 19th-century seasonal costumes. The signatures under the photo read their names: William, Margaret, and Emily. But something wasn't right. Their faces had been erased and the atmosphere of the photograph was blurred. At the same moment, there was a creak of a door. Sam froze. He started to run for the exit, but the door closed in front of him on impulse. His heart pounded as he heard menacing footsteps approaching. Suddenly, the entire house shook with a noise, and the light was extinguished. Sam tried to get out of the house, but felt something holding him back. He is forced to stay inside and face his terror. In the darkness, he hears cryptic voices and sees shadows moving around him. In his mind, gruesome images of the old inhabitants of the house began to appear. The living dead walked before him, waiting to take revenge for the past. Sam tried to scream, but his voice sounded lifeless. On the ground, he discovers an old diary that belonged to the previous occupant of the house. Sam's words fill the pages, recounting horrific events that happened that winter, a curse hanging over the house and its inhabitants, a love that ended in tragedy. As he reads the pages, Sam's paranoia grows. The old residents are all around him, the past curse taking shape. A ghost from the past haunts him and nightmares become reality. Time stands still and the space between the present and the past begins to blur. Sam is plunged into terror and suspense, not knowing if he will ever escape this terrifying story he is living. As the days pass, Sam becomes more and more immersed in the strange and terrifying history of the house. Every night, nightmares haunt him, and strange sounds and shadows keep him in a constant state of fear. One day, when he discovers a hidden basement he's never seen before, impatience draws him to go down and discover more about the house's strange history. Holding a lantern for light, he walks through the dark basement and ends up in a room with high ceilings and forgotten objects. At the back of the room, he is impressed to discover an old parachute factory. Old artifacts and strange symbols adorn the wall. As he explores the objects, he discovers an old diary belonging to the old resident of the house, William. Sam begins to read the diary, which refers to a mysterious curse affecting the house. Every generation of the family that had lived there had experienced the horror and the unbearable presence of spirits and ghosts. Sam discovers how the family had tried desperately to escape the horror, but without success. As he reads more, he realizes that the only way to break the curse is to discover the truth behind the family's tragic death. She must locate the key that will free them from the horrifying nightmare living inside the house. As he goes from room to room, approaching the mystery step by step, the demonic forces that inhabit the house begin to react. The voices become louder, the shadows more menacing. Sam struggles to keep his composure, to not give in to fear. Finally, in a final confrontation with the spirits, he discovers the truth behind the curse, a dark tragedy linked to the past of his home and family. With the truth revealed, Sam frees the house from fear and terror. With a relieved breath, he leaves the dark house behind. Now the villagers will no longer avoid the abandoned house, but will remember it as the place where Sam's curiosity and courage discovered the truth and broke the curse that haunts it.